So today we will be discussing about the chapter 8, executing these strategies. So this chapter examines the marketing, finance, and accounting, research and development or R&D, and management information system issues or MIS issues. So strategy implementation. Strategy implementation is the translation of choosing strategy into organization action so as to achieve strategic goal and objective. So strategy implementation is important because it involves taking action instead of brainstorming ideas. It helps show the team that strategies discussed are viable or capable of working successfully. So it is a great tool for a team development because anyone can participate. Strategy implementation also depends on through communication and the right tool to facilitate this strategy. Main steps in implementing strategies. So first is developing an organization having potential on carrying out strategy successfully. So example, training an employees who will have the capability or to carry out the required activities that will contribute to fulfilling the strategies. So second is event and associated expenses must be traced directly to the strategy that the organization want to realize. Third is creating strategy encouraging policies. So if your strategy include human resources, then the company would need policies that help identify the type of training needed by employees. So the fourth one is employing best policies and program for constant improvement. So using the best policies can help your organization more effective. So the fifth one is linking reward structure to accomplish a result. So this is a key element in producing specific result is rewarding those who do the work. And the sixth one is making use of strategy leadership. So they promote a culture of inquiry. They search for the lesson in both successful and unsuccessful outcomes, study failure, their own and strategy implementation. The implementation of organization strategy involves the application of the management process to obtain the desired result. Particularly, strategy implementation includes designing the organization structure, allocating resources, developing information, and decision process. So there are difference between formulation and implementation. So formulation is positioning forces before the action, while the implementation is managing forces during the action. So formulation is kailangan siya is more effective while the implementation is more efficient. And also formulation primary is an intellectual process while the implementation is operational process. And also the formulation requires good analytic skills while the implementation is more in motivational skills and leadership. Lastly, the formulation requires coordination among few people or individual, while the implementation requires coordination among many individuals.
Next is current marketing issues. Current marketing issues are mostly centered on the misuse of marketing strategies in any given business, especially with the issues in marketing today are not properly recognized, leading to a problem solution mismatch. Current marketing issues is usa ni siya ka-issue on how to market your product to the customers. Need to take a step or action to make it grow and have progress. There are some examples of marketing decisions that may require policies are as follows. First is how to make advertisement more interactive to be more effective. To have an advertisement of your product, you must see to it nga attractive imong advertisement so that the prospect buyers is maingganyo nga mo purchase or mo palit sa imong product. Second is how to best take advantage of Facebook and Twitter conservation about the company and industry. If sa social media ka magbuhat og advertisement like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, or even blogging, make it sure nga ang mga information sa imong product or company is factual or katuuhan sa mga tao. The third one is to use exclusive dealership or multiple channels or distribution. Make another alternatives nga mas madali maila ang imong products. Fourth is to use heavy, light, or no TV advertising. Sometimes, try to avoid nga heavy advertisement kay dili na siya maayo. Fifth is to limit or not the share of business done with a single customers. Usay i-close na to ang boundaries between private information or sources with the customers para magpabilin Japon ang private information as a private tungod na may mga butang nga need na i-keep. 6 is to be a price leader or follower. Follow the appropriate or standard price list. 7 is to offer a complete or limited warranty. In a certain products nga, you must give a warranty in order to have a replacement in case it have a damage. However, nga naa siya certain period of time when siya iuli. The last one is to reward salespeople based on straight salary, straight commission, or combination salary or commission. Hatagan ang mga salespeople og mga rewards kay sila nga makakuha og taas nga salary or commission. It is a way to give back or pasalamat sa mga butang or effort nga ilahang nabuhat para mo-grow ang inyong company. Next is marketing. It's an activity or business of promoting and selling products or services, including market research and advertising. Example of marketing is they encourage their employees to create Wikis website and provide incentives to consumers. There are two-way relationship with consumers that just informing consumers about a product or services. First is companies should encourage their employees to create Wikis website that allow users to add, delete, and edit content frequently. First is ang company kay engage na to make Wikis. What is Wikis? Wikis is a website ni siya nga wherein ang mga tao kay or users kay pwede maka-add, delete, or edit the content frequently. Second is, firms should provide incentives to consumers to share their thoughts, opinions, and experience on the company's website. The third is new principles of marketing. Business or organization website must provide clear and simple instruction. The new principles of marketing according to Praise, Ginan, and Winberg. Business or organization's website must provide clear and simple instructions. As we observe sa pag-disseminate sa mga information nga gihimo, kini short and factual information para mas madali masabtan sa mga readers sa dahil nga ang principles na mas gipadali or gipamubo sa pamaagi para easy communication process between consumers and salesperson. The new principles of marketing according to Price, Ginan, and Weinberg. Don't just talk at consumers, work with them. And communication is important in the world of business because they are able to share, gather, and elaborate some information for the good of business as well help the business to grow and become more effective. Don't just talk at consumer, work with them. In this way, you are able to know deeper who is that people you're engaged at. Give some information to participate for the reason that it will make it more lively and active. By participating, you make a wonderful conversation that can build into a stronger foundation to make it more productive. Listen and join the conversation. First, you need to listen for the application of what you heard. You may apply the learnings that you get from the speaker you spoke and give some more beneficial information. E. Don't control online conversation. Let it flow freely. Technology is everywhere in communication. Learn to adapt and become more active in online messaging. F. Find a marketing technologist, a person who has 3 excellent sales skill sets: marketing, technology, and social interaction. E. Embrace instant messaging and chatting. D. Advertising media is a wide range of channels aimed at promotion. Internet advertising is growing so rapidly that marketers create more intrusive ads. Advertising media, from the word itself media, means by the use of internet connection to deliver and promote a certain product to the people and convince them to use it and give some more beneficial goods in using that product. The last one is E. Purpose-based marketing. Showing customers how a product or services can help improve their lives. Show to the customer how good the product and services to their lives, the effective benefits in using it, how it works to make our life become more easier. The last one is ads must promote and also show the intrinsic value to be cost effective. Ads must give some information like the physical appearance, price, and value to a product or services that you promote.
So I'm going to tackle about market segmentation. So what is market segmentation? It is a widely used and implementing strategies, and it can be defined as the subdividing of market into distinct subset of customer according to their needs and buying habits. So it's basically a technique na ginayo sa company wherein they divided their target market into groups of potential customer based sa ilahang characteristics, behavior, and buying habits. So when we say market segmentation, pag-segment or pag-group sa customer or target market. So let's move on to marketing bases. A segmentation base is a specific way of categorizing or grouping people that has been proven to lead to greater responsiveness. So today, the marketers realize that the customer have a diverse needs. So for them to be able to identify kung unsa ng needs and wants sa customer, kay they learn how to divide their target market into segments based sa ilahang demographic, geographic, psychographic, and behavioral. So when we say geographic, it talks about location, like nation, state, city, region. And when we say demographic, such as like age, gender, race, or nationality. And when we say psychographic or socio-economic groups, asa nabilong ang customer. Asa siya, unsay status sa customer. Nabilong ba siya sa upper class, sa middle class, or sa lower class. And lastly, behavioral. When we say behavioral, It is the customer buying habits. So it's basically daghan pa jud ka ng mga factors in influencing the customer buying patterns. But this four are commonly the main types. So just for you to understand it better, example sa fast food chain, specifically Jollibee. There are two types of customer, the hungry teenagers and the small kids with their parents. So nag-segment na sila sa Jollibee. So say needs and wants sa teenager, just to hang out with friends and eat cheaply. Unsay needs and wants sa kids, ganahan lang sila makaon. They want the tasty food that they can hold themselves. Unsay goals and motivation sa teenager, so they want to like eat without dealing with their parents. Unsay goals and motivation sa kids, ganahan sila kuptan to satisfy their needs. Unsay behaviors and triggers sa teenagers, like as we all know, teenagers nowadays are virtually always hungry. Yeah, sa kids kay throwing tantrums every time kung di sila nimo mahatagan sa ilang gusto. So unsay values and attitude sa teenagers, like kung asa ang barato, naa sila dito. Cheap is better. Yeah, sa bata kung they attracted to colorful areas, mga colorful toys, things. Yang lifestyle sa teenagers kay just go hang out with friends, go out with friends. Yeah, sa kids kay just tagging along with their parents. So ang gibuhat sa Jollibee kay ni-offer sila mga product nga kuan sa target market. Like for example, sa teenager kay offer sila mga budget meals, mga combo, mix and match. Yeah, sa kids kay they offer like Happy Meals or Jollibee Kiddie Meal with toys. Diba? So, as what you have noticed sa ilahang pag-market, sa ilahang like sa advertisement kay basta ilahang ganing target anang advertisement kay about teenagers, there are group of teenagers like laughing with each other. Ya sa kids sad kay naay parents, naay bata, mao na siya. So the next one is retention-based segmentation. Segmentation allows to manage campaigns more easily by grouping customer with the same interests and goals together. It can deliver personal content at its scale. So once gani na-gather na nimo mga information, all the data that you have gathered through market segmentation, kay based sa ilahang mga behavior, characteristics, kay diri na pud makita kung unsay imong ability as a marketers. Unsay imong mga strategy on how to make your customer into repeat buyers and prevent them from switching to a competitor. Okay, if you're just too focused on like attracting new customer, if you're just too focused kung i-trace kung unsa to mga potential customer, then how about those existing customer you have? So dira na mahibaw-an ang imong abilidad as a marketers, like mga innovative ideas. So kaning retention-based segmentation, it is very important kay diri man naka-indicate whether your product and the quality of your service please your existing customer. So last one, does the internet make market segmentation easier? Definitely yes, because it will help the marketers to gain customer just from online into the respected segments. If you're just gonna use sa pagpulik og data, sa paggather og mga information, sa pag-survey using the traditional forms of media such as like television, radio, tabloid, ug unsa pa na, maglisod ka. So this internet, this online, kay it will help the marketers to identify in a specific topic within a specific area. So internet makes market segmentation easier. That's it.
Hi everyone, I am Pearl Andanet Saavedra, and I will tackle about product positioning. What is product positioning? So product positioning is a strategic marketing exercise that define your product and services fit in the marketplace. So ang product positioning di ay kay ang pagpwesto sa imong business sa in that area na mo fit in ba siya. So first, find out what your customer wants and expect. So as a business owner, dapat kinahanglan kabaw ka unsay mga expectations sa imong future customers, ug dapat kabaw ka as a business owner na unsay kinahanglan sa imong customer in that area aron ma-offer nimo ang mga services. Second is identify your target customer. So dapat kabaw pud ka kinsay imong mga target customer aron ma-offeran nimo sa imong mga services. Third is how your product or services compare to competitors. So, also, kabaw ka unsay kalahian sa imong business ug sa ubang competitors aron ma-distinguish nimo ang imong uniqueness sa imong business. Fourth is step and product positioning. Select a key criteria. So, dire effectively differentiate your product or services in the industry. B, diagram a two-dimensional product in positioning map. So maghimo kag diagram sa imong product o sa competitors na product para ma-distinguish nimo unsa ang ni kuan dito na product, unsay need to improve sa imong product og makita pud nimo ang mga advantages sa laing competitors. C is plot major competitors. So dito nimo makita kinsa ang mga competitors na competitive. D is identify areas in the positioning map where the company's product or services could be competitive in the target market. So dito nimo ma-identify ang mga competitors na diha na area kay competitive sila, diha na area na competitive imong business. So fifth is multiple maps are developed to assist various approaches in strategy implementation. Six is rules for using product positioning as a strategy implementation tool. So mao ni ang mga rules, 3 rules in product positioning as a strategy implementation tool. First is look for a hole or a vacant niche. Second is don't squat between segments. And third, don't position yourself in the middle of the map. So, ang ika-7 kay effective product position map criteria. First is uniquely distinguish a company from the competition. Second is lead a customer to expect slightly less service than a company can deliver. So, mao rin akong topic. So, thank you for listening.
So today we'll be tackled about the finance and accounting issues. So here are some examples of decisions that may require finance and accounting policies. First is to raise capital with short-term debt, long-term debt, preferred stock, or common stock. So raising money through short-term debt, long-term debt, or preferred stock is important because it helps the companies manage different financial needs. So next is to lease or buy fixed assets. So the reason why we establish finance and accounting policies when we lease or buy fixed assets for it to be able to maintain consistent and clear record keeping. Next is to determine an appropriate dividend payout ratio. So when we say dividend payout ratio, it shows the percentage of a company's earnings paid out as dividend shareholders. So in other words, it helps the investors or shareholders to determine how effective or efficient the company is. Next is to use LIFO, FIFO, or market value accounting approach. So knowing the accounting policies when using LIFO, FIFO, or market value accounting approach is important because these methods impact how a company values and reports its inventory. So maybe some of you are familiar with LIFO and FIFO, no? So when we say LIFO, it's the last in and first out, and it is the latest inventory is sold first, while the FIFO is the first in and first out, and it is the oldest inventory is sold first.
Next is to establish a certain percentage discount on accounts within a specified period of time. So it is important to know the accounting policies when offering percentage discount on accounts within a specified period because it affects how revenue is recognized and reported. Next is to determine the amount of cash that should be kept on hand. So understanding accounting policies is essential when determining the amount of cash to be kept on hand to ensure nga napabagay enough cash to cover 3 to 6 months of your operating expenses. Next, let's proceed to B, which is the acquiring capital to implement strategies. So, acquiring capital to implement strategies and earnings per share, earnings before interest and taxes analysis is the most widely used technique for determining whether debt, stock, or combination of debt and stock is the best alternative for raising capital to implement strategies. So, acquiring capital to implement strategies is important because it provides the necessary funds for a company to put its plan into action. So when we say EPS or earnings per share, it indicates how much money a company makes for each share of stock. While the earnings before interest and taxes, it's a company's profit before deducting their interest and taxes. Next, let's proceed to projected financial statements. So projected financial statement analysis is a central strategy implementation technique because it allows an organization to examine the expected results of various implementation decisions. So, in other words, projected financial statements, it is the way to review your possible outcomes before making a decision. And also, it's important in finance because it helps businesses and investors to anticipate future performance, make strategic decisions, and also to assess potential risk. Next is financial budgets. So a financial budget is a document that details how funds will be obtained and spent for a specified period of time. So annual budgets are the most common, although the period of time for a budget can range from 1 day to more than 10 years. So, financial budget AI is a plan that outlines how a business intends to manage its money over a specific period. So, kaning financial budget kay important po siya sa business because it helps to set your financial goals, to allocate your resources wisely, and also to track your expenses and revenues.
So E, evaluating the worth of a business. Evaluating the worth of a business is central to strategy implementation because of integrative, intensive, and diversification strategy are often implemented by acquiring other forms. So F, deciding whether go to public. Going to public means selling of the percentage of your company to others in order to raise capital. Consequently, it dilutes the owner control of the firm. So, ang advantage sa deciding whether go to public is finding growth to raise cost efficiency. Then, access to capital. Going public can help a corporation obtain future capital. Liquidity means that the publicly traded general command a higher price because they are higher marketable.
So, today I will be tackle about what is R&D or research development issues. So, in order to understand the role and impact of R&D, it is useful to define research and development, explore its role, business, and its wider importance. So, first of all, what is R&D? So, the term research and development or R&D is used to describe a series of activities that companies undertake to innovate and introduce new products and services. So, what is the importance of R&D? So, R&D allows a company to stay ahead of its competition. So, um, it helps also to be advanced or mas advanced ka kaysa sa imuhang mga competitor. So, without an R&D program, a company may not survive on its own and may have to rely on other ways to innovate, such as engaging in mergers and acquisitions or partnerships. So, through R&D, companies can design new products and improvement for their existing offers. So, first, there are policies in R&D that will enhance strategy implementation efforts too. So, the first was emphasize product and process improvement. So, the purpose of process improvement is to create an efficient business that provides top quality services and products. So, to its customers, and if the goal is achieved, enhanced quality will increase customers' satisfaction. So, more satisfied clients or customers, so contribute to it will be contributed to enhance revenue and wider brand awareness. So the second is stress basic or applied research. So it is a type of examination looking to find practical solutions for existing problems. So this can include challenges in the workplace, such as education and society. Then the third one will be the be leader or follower in R&D. So for any project or organizations to succeed, there must be people who willing and effectively follow, just as there must be those who willingly and effectively lead to maintain a good outcome and effective product. So the last one will be the develop robotic or manual type process. So having this can help us to accessible and manageable data, and it help us to complete tasks more efficiently. So there are also three major R&D approaches for implementing strategies. So, but first, I'm going to recall what are the policies in R&D. Balik sa ko. So, the R&D policies that will enhance strategy implementation again. First is to emphasize product and process improvement. Second was to stress basic or applied research. Third, be leader or follower in R&D. The last one will develop robotic or manual type process. So, we will proceed. The list three major R&D approaches for implementing strategies. So the first strategy is to be the first firm to market new technological product. So the first approach the organization can adopt is to be the first company that promotes new technological products. Through this approach, seems attractive and existing, lisod pud ni siya, and hassle kaayo, and dangerous since the company is likely to deliver into untested products. It is also significantly mostly costly kay siya or risky. Nevertheless, this approach can offer the company a temporary monopoly or certain products that the organization can exploit to maintain competitive advantage. And if a company fails, other companies can seize the initiative and learn from the mistake made by the initiating company. So, makatake advantage sa daw ta. Ani, if ma-fail mo sa inyo gibuhat, then maka-learn mo sa inyong mga mistakes so other can take lead and grow and create new knowledge para sa sunod ninyo na buhaton kay ma-avoid na ninyo ang mga inyuhang mga process or mga gibuhat na may ana, so it can lead to a successful process sa sunod. Then, the second R&D approach is to be innovative imitator of successful products, such as minimizing the risk and cost of startup. So, the approach offers the benefit of reduction in cost of associated with startup and program initiations. The company can also benefit from reduced risk of failure since the product has already been successfully adopted na. And the company allows pioneer organizations to develop a new product and establish the marketability of the product. So the company follows suit and develop a similar but improved product. So this one, as a smart companies, kay mag-use jud og imitations to gain strategic advantage from the strategic point of view and the whole enterprise perspective. So innovative imitator is the act of adapting a solution that has been used successful in other industry or profession, which means na this strategy is maro but effective for you para imong product concept is successful na siya daan kay na-test naman sa uban. So utilization of this strategy could be safer, it involves less financial expenses, and can even provide greater market success. So the third R&D strategy is to be low-cost provider by producing products similar to the less expensive than products recently introduced. So, the effectiveness of this strategy depends on the fact that once a product has gained customer acceptance, pricing becomes a key factor in deciding sales. In contrast, earlier strategic R&D approaches, this strategy calls for larger investments in plant and equipment to enable mass production at a lower R&D cost. So, a cost producer is capable of making substitute good or providing a substitute service of a lower cost than other companies. So, they can price their goods or par with just below the market, undercutting their competition. By doing so, companies can increase their market shares and raise profits. For example, kanang mga Hacking, mga Novo. So, mo siya mga most known diri sa Philippines sa mga low-cost producers. So these are the three major R&D approaches for implementing strategies. Mo to siyang tulo. So first, balik ko na ko. First is strategy is to be the first firm to market new technological product. Second, is to be innovative imitator of success products, such as minimizing the risk and cost to startup. So the third one is to be the low-cost providers by mass producing products similar to the less expensive than products recently introduced. So perhaps the most current trend in R&D management has been lifting the veil of secrecy and whereby perhaps the most current trend in R&D management has been lifting the veil of secrecy, whereby firms, even major competition are joining forces to develop new products. So collaboration is on the rise as a result of a new competitive pressures, rising research costs, increasing regulatory issues, and accelerated product development schedules. So as we all know, customers do not stick to the product for a longer time. Diba? Kay nowadays, especially nowadays, na musabay man jud ta sa mga new trends, kung unsay uso. So a lot of companies are doing great research to bring new product with distinguished capabilities to the market. Additionally, the major of companies are investing a decent amount of money to bring innovation. Then the new products will advance yet unmatched features are gaining traction in the market. So the companies are trying to hard launch such as new products. So that is all about R&D issues. That's all. Thank you.
Strategic issues. The pivotal process for strategic success. The first picture shown in the PPT, this is the cycle of tourism and hospitality industry, or how they are interconnected. It is stated that the government ang mag-benefit sa taxes sa tourists, while ang tourist service providers ang mag-benefit sa fees sa tourists. On the other hand, ang local government nga gibisita nila maka-benefit sa tourists and tourist service providers kay sila man ang visit na place. To make it simple, it benefits them all. Maka-increase na silang economy and tourism impact maka-affect sa local residents, which also depends sa tourism ana nga place kay if sikat ang place means more tourists and more income. Additionally, without all of it, or bisan unsa aning the local government, the local residents, tourists, tourist service providers, or government, the cycle would not strongly exist, which also means a failure of building a successful foundation or a business. The second one refers that understanding purpose is pivotal to success. Means without a process, there is no progress of your own success. The first thing you need to know when you are deciding to make your own business or company is all your potential as a businessman or as an entrepreneur. The most common questions are, unsay imong gusto para sa imong kumpanya? Unsay imong gusto para sa imong kaugalingon or sa imong kumpanya? Do you envision yourself and your business nga successful in the future? When the table exists. The first one is information generation. By this, you also continually generate information, which is the current data or ang external and internal situation, capabilities, and competencies. For example, unsa kaya imong mabuhat in the very first place? What are your advantages and strengths? Or future assumptions, which is ang external situation, opportunities and threats, and winner's profile. Like, unsay possible nga imong ma-encounter as a business owner. The next one is review and analysis of information. That's when you also review and analyze each of the information tapos i-relate nimo sa strategic issues ana nila. The sunod ana dira na ka magkuan og strategic issues. A simple first choice procedure will rank your list quickly and efficiently. The first choice method is the use of 2 or more specific response options on a survey or questionnaire. For example, nakay questionnaire ara ang questionnaire dapat ra siya ang options ana niya kay yes and no. Di dapat kanang kuan like wala dapat ang not sure, no opinion, or not applicable. Dapat yes or no ra jud. Next is, there are also methodologies for solving strategic issues, and those are, first, find out what is the issue. Means you search for something that you're lacking of, or where you need to fix. Like, asa dapita ang naay gap, nganong naay gap, and what can you do in order to fix these strategic issues. Number 2 is examine your major decisions. It's when you consider all the possibilities of your decisions, like what could be the possible advantages and disadvantages. Number 3, make sure that you are motivated and guided. Like regular jud nimo ang pag-review sa goals and progress nimo. Like, are you moving or are you staying in the same place? The next one is strategies. Vision statement or goals. After this is where you finally make your strategies in order para ma-address nimo tong mga gap nimo sa imong strategic issues nga naka-inline sa imong company's BM goal or vision, mission, and goal. Then dira na ka magkuan sa imong strategic objectives. This is where you also create objectives para ma-implement na ninyo ang need ninyo nga may implement nga strategies or unsa pa na diha para mas successful ang inyong progress of building a business. Overall, this part generally talks about how you create a process in order to make successful strategies in your own company or business. That's all. Thank you.